In different corners of the world, every step begins a new adventure. First, the clouds disappearing into the sky. Then the streets of cities we've never seen before. The cool breeze of San Francisco. A train gliding gently through Napa Valley. And the fiery dance of lava in Hawaii. At every stop, a new view. At every moment, a new story. Sometimes silent, sometimes bursting with excitement. This is our journey of discovery across America. A trip we began as a family and one that will live on in our memories. Zeynep, tatile gidiyoruz. 10 gün. Buradan San Francisco'ya, oradan Hawaii'ye. Mutlu musun?
Yes.
Yes. Since we're already on the road, let me share a little about our route. We took an early flight from Miami and, just a few hours later, touched down in San Francisco. When planning this trip, we dreamed of exploring different cities and uncovering new stories. Our first stop is Apple Park, a place that has captured global attention with its bold architecture and forward-looking vision. It's also a destination we've been curious to see for ourselves. Apple Park.
Apple's growing like a weed. And as you know, we've always been in Cupertino.
Completed in 2017 in Cupertino, California, this iconic structure cost nearly $5 billion to build. Spread across 176 acres, the main circular building, known as The Ring, rises 4 stories high and houses over 12,000 employees. It's powered by the world's largest rooftop solar system and advanced fuel cells. The Steve Jobs Theater here hosts Apple's famous product launches. Visitors can enter the Visitor Center, the only public part of the campus, and explore a 3D model of the entire site in augmented reality using iPads. Before meeting an Apple employee, I grab a coffee and wait for a while. Meanwhile, my family enjoys snacks at the Café and strolls through the garden. Later, we head together to the terrace, where we enjoy the view of the main building surrounded by greenery. After a while, we leave Apple Park behind, carrying with us that unforgettable view. Our next destination is Palo Alto, a town that feels small but beats as the heart of Silicon Valley. Here, academic strength meets technological innovation, and the streets reflect a lifestyle that's both simple and forward-thinking. By the way, let me tell you a little about myself. I'm an entrepreneur in the tech field. Over the years, we've launched many projects in the software industry, and we're still creating new ideas and businesses. About 2 years ago, I moved with my family from Istanbul to the United States. Here, we're not only expanding our work, but also enjoying the excitement of discovering new places. Trips like this not only refresh our vision in the tech world, but also give us memories we'll cherish as a family. Next, we stop at Oklava Café, a place full of flavors we've missed. Founded by Elif Uzun, it was born from her nostalgia for Istanbul and its coffee culture. Warm and welcoming, the cafe is famous for its desserts, especially its wide selection of baklava and Turkish delights. Before diving into dessert, we choose a delicious breakfast platter to enjoy a quick bite. We continue to Santana Row, a lively hub of luxury, lifestyle, and shopping near Palo Alto. Mediterranean-style buildings, bustling streets, and endless choices make it much more than a shopping district. It's a vibrant community where people live, work, and gather. Outdoor events, live music, and social spaces give it the pulse of modern urban life. As the sun begins to set, we slowly make our way back to the hotel. Time to rest and recharge for tomorrow. The next morning, we check out from the hotel and head to Castello di Amorosa, just a short distance away.
My great-grandfather Vittorio immigrated from Italy, started a winery in 1885. They did well. They were forced out of business when we had a prohibition, 1922. I lived in Europe for a couple of years after college. I traveled around in my Volkswagen van. When I came home, I didn't have a job. And I thought, what am I going to do with my life? I'm going to restart Visatuli Winery. Of course, I had no money and I had no wine knowledge. Other than that, I had everything going.
Located in Napa Valley, this Castle of Love is a unique destination with both stunning architecture and a wine tasting experience. Close to Calistoga, the castle sits right in the middle of vineyards and mountain views. It was built by Dario Sattui, a famous Napa Valley winemaker who was fascinated by Italian castles and village architecture. In the 1990s, he decided to build a structure identical to a 13th century Tuscan castle, not as a showpiece, but as a working wine production and tasting center combined with an authentic cultural experience. Construction began in 1994 and took nearly 15 years to complete. Inside, you'll find the Great Hall, one of the most impressive rooms of the castle. It's decorated with 500-year-old Italian beams and massive stone fireplaces. One fireplace, built in 1447, was shipped piece by piece from Italy and reassembled here. There's also a chapel inspired by 13th century Italy, with painted wooden ceilings, hand-painted frescoes on the walls, and a large mural depicting the 7 deadly sins. The castle has 8 floors and 121 rooms, primarily serving as a wine tasting and sales center. Visitors can also join guided tours and special events. And yes, even kids can enjoy a grape juice tasting, making this castle a family-friendly destination. Time for a quick food stop. We come to this lovely French restaurant in Napa Valley, perfect for a little escape. It's a bistro opened in 1998 by the famous chef Thomas Keller. Here you can truly feel the warm and cozy spirit of Parisian bistros. The menu offers all the classic French flavors you could hope for. This is Napa Valley, one of the world's most celebrated wine regions, not just for its wines, but for its nature, history, and gastronomy. And here we are, ready to board the wine train. The historic Pullman cars from the early 1900s have been carefully restored, transformed into the elegant carriages we see today. The journey begins in downtown Napa and stretches all the way to St. Helena, covering a total of 36 miles. Along the way, you pass through vineyards, enjoying a full-day view aboard a nostalgic train. The moment you step inside, it feels like you've walked onto a movie set. Every detail of the decor has been carefully chosen to create this atmosphere. Our first stop is Yountville. Then we move on to Oakville, pass through Rutherford, and finally arrive at St. Helena. The wine train is famous not only for the scenery, but also for its cuisine. The chefs prepare gourmet menus using fresh local ingredients, pairing each dish with Napa wines. Before the journey begins, you can choose your preferred tasting menu. On the way, we spot Domaine Carneros, a chateau where you can experience a bit of France in Napa. Famous for its champagne-style sparkling wines, it was built in 1987. Its terrace views are simply breathtaking. Since we came without a reservation, we couldn't go inside, but we still enjoyed the beauty of its gardens before heading back.
Let the fire grow.
Now we're in the heart of San Francisco. And before heading to the Golden Gate Bridge, I'll take you to one of the city's most colorful and touristic spots, Pier 39. Located in the Fisherman's Wharf area, this pier reflects the spirit of the city at its best, with a view that's simply unforgettable. You can easily get here by bus or tram. The moment you step onto Pier 39, you feel the energy all around you. The highlight, without a doubt, the sea lions. Since the 1990s, they've made this pier their home. Watching them lazily sunbathe is an experience that makes this place truly special. From here, you can see two of San Francisco's most iconic landmarks. On one side, the Golden Gate Bridge, stretching 2.7 kilometers, one of the most photographed bridges in the world. On the other side, the mysterious Alcatraz Island, once home to legendary criminals like Al Capone and known as one of America's toughest prisons. That's why Alcatraz is more than just an island. It stands as one of the most remarkable landmarks in San Francisco's history. After all this exploring, we head to one of San Francisco's culinary icons, Boudin Bakery. Founded in 1849, it's the city's oldest and most famous bakery, world-renowned for its sourdough bread. Here you can try San Francisco's classic clam chowder soup served in a sourdough bowl. But today, we decide to go with tomato soup instead. It's one of those must-try flavors in the city. After our stop at Boudin Bakery, we continue along the waterfront and head to the Maritime Museum. Opened in 1951, the museum showcases the city's maritime history. Along the harbor, you'll see historic ships lined up, from trade vessels to fishing boats. Inside, there are original wooden ships, sailboats, wheels, compasses, ropes, anchors, maps, photos, and documents from the era. For a panoramic view, we then hop on the Skystar wheel. From up there, you get stunning views of the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz Island, the harbor, and the atmosphere stretching along the coast. After Pier 39, we head out of the city and into nature, to Muir Woods National Monument. From San Francisco, it's just a 30-minute drive across the Golden Gate Bridge, yet it feels like you've stepped into another world. The history of these redwoods goes back millions of years, and they've been protected by local tribes for centuries. In the 1800s, settlers from Europe began cutting down redwood forests, threatening their existence. In 1905, the land was purchased and preserved, leading to its designation as a national monument in 1908. Muir Woods is famous for its massive coastal redwoods, some of the tallest and oldest trees in the world. Some rise more than 80 meters high, over 250 years old, about the height of a 20-story building. The park is named after John Muir, the writer and naturalist known as the father of national parks. He believed nature wasn't just beautiful scenery, but a treasure that must be protected. What makes Muir Woods so special isn't just the size of the trees, but the experience, the silence, the sound of birds, the smell of moss, and the cool, damp air of the forest. Thanks to the wooden boardwalks, you can easily explore the park, choosing between short strolls or longer hikes.
Coming back.
The next morning begins in our hotel room with a view of San Francisco's skyline, busy streets, and the rhythm of the city waking up. After getting ready, our first destination is the Palace of Fine Arts. Built in 1915 for the Panama Pacific International Exposition, it was designed by architect Bernard Maybeck, inspired by classical European structures. Although most of the exhibition buildings were demolished afterward, the palace was so loved by San Francisco residents that it was preserved and stands to this day. Its most striking feature is the massive central dome surrounded by tall columns. In the middle, a small lagoon reflects swans and ducks swimming peacefully. The park around it is also popular for walking, picnics, and photography. The palace isn't just a tourist attraction, it's also a cultural symbol of San Francisco. It's been featured in films, TV shows, wedding photos, concerts, and special events. For locals, it's a peaceful escape. For visitors, it's one of the city's architectural icons. Balloon Museum. Curious about the Balloon Museum? It's located right here in San Francisco on Lion Street, just a short walk away. This exhibition offers a striking, immersive experience, making its U.S. debut here in California in spring 2025. The idea isn't just to look, it's to touch, feel, and become part of it. Each room is designed to trigger a different emotion, using over 200,000 inflatable pieces. Every space is enhanced with a unique sound design. Some rooms feature floor-to-ceiling balloon sculptures, while others come alive with light shows. The more modern areas display balloon-themed contemporary artworks by various artists. So it's not just playful, it has an artistic side as well. After wrapping up this unique experience, we head down to the waterfront for one of San Francisco's Michelin-starred restaurants, Angler. The place feels like a hunting lodge, filled with the smell of wood fire. Wooden decor, a giant stone hearth, and taxidermy of bears, deer, and other wildlife decorate the space. At Angler, everything revolves around fire. All dishes are cooked over live wood flames, with a menu that focuses heavily on seafood. You can order a la carte or go for a special daily menu crafted just for you. It's definitely a must-visit for both locals and travelers.
Wow, wow, I got that wow, wow. Anything that I want, I'ma get it now, now. Yeah, wow, wow, I got that wow, wow. I be feeling like a knockout, baby, pow, pow.
After San Francisco, we board a plane and head to Hawaii. A few hours over the Pacific Ocean, and we land on Oahu Island. The first thing you feel when stepping off the plane is Hawaii's warm air, mixed with a gentle ocean breeze. With its beaches, lush nature, and tourist attractions, Oahu is the liveliest and most popular island in Hawaii. Our hotel, Aulani, is located in the Kapolei area of Oahu. Designed by Disney, Aulani is more than just a resort. It blends Hawaiian culture with the Disney World. Here you might spot Mickey, Minnie, or even Moana dressed in tropical outfits. The interiors reflect Hawaiian tradition with wooden furniture, local patterns, and warm colors. From the rooms, you can see both the ocean and the mountains. After settling in, we head straight to the pools. There are pools of different sizes, water slides, and even a lazy river winding through palm trees. The kids are already excited. You can see how much this vacation means to them. We spend the rest of the day by the ocean. The calm waters of the Ko'olina lagoons, right by the resort, are perfect for swimming and canoeing. In the evening, we head to the seaside restaurant at our hotel. The menu features seafood prepared with tropical fruits, fresh poke bowls, and carefully selected dishes from international cuisine. The dining experience is just as impressive as the food itself. The staff are warm, welcoming, and pay great attention to detail. The next morning, we wake up and dive right back into the pool, enjoying quality family time together. In the afternoon, we leave the hotel and drive to the Mauka Warriors Luau, one of Oahu's most famous cultural evening events. When we arrive, we're greeted by tables decorated with tropical flowers, lively crowds, and the sound of music. Just like everywhere else in Hawaii, the warm welcome and tropical drinks immediately stand out. The buffet here is one of the highlights. Long tables are filled with a wide variety of Hawaiian dishes. Guests can create their own plates with fresh seafood, tropical fruits, and Hawaii's signature poke bowls. After dinner, the stage comes alive. Dancers accompanied by traditional instruments tell the story of Hawaii's history and island culture. The hula dancing and fiery performances are especially captivating. But this is more than just entertainment. It's a glimpse into the rhythm, culture, and energy of Hawaii. After this magical evening, our journey continues at one of Hawaii's most breathtaking natural treasures, Kualoa Ranch. Hidden in the lush valleys of Oahu, it takes about a 45-minute scenic drive from Honolulu, with views of the Pacific Ocean along the way. We join the Jungle Expedition Tour, which takes us deep into nature while also revealing Hawaii's cultural roots and cinematic history. The narrow trails are surrounded by dense tropical plants, and special safari vehicles make the ride possible. There are also different tour options, so you can choose whichever suits you best. Along the way, we see traditional Hawaiian statues and small houses that symbolize the strong bond locals have with nature. These statues aren't just decorations. They represent respect for nature, ancestral ties, and spiritual beliefs. Our guide explains their stories, helping us better understand Hawaiian culture and the geography of the area. But Kualoa Ranch isn't only famous for its beauty. It's also one of Hollywood's favorite filming locations. We pass by spots where iconic scenes from Jurassic Park were filmed. Movies like Jumanji, Kong, Skull Island, Godzilla, and even episodes of Lost were also shot here. It's easy to feel a sense of déjà vu. This place looks familiar as you look around. The lush valleys, canyons, giant trees, and tropical flowers make it clear why this place is called the heart of Hawaii. After the tour, we drive to Kaneohe for a break and stop at one of the region's most popular restaurants, Haleiwa Joe's. The highlight here is the fresh seafood. But what makes the experience unforgettable is the view. On one side, the serene gardens of Haiku Gardens, and on the other, the green peaks of Kaneohe Mountain. We enjoy the food and the scenery, spending plenty of time in this beautiful setting. Next, we head to one of the most peaceful and natural spots in Hawaii. Ocean View Terrace sits at the foot of the Kualoa Mountains, covering 10 acres with sweeping panoramic views of both the ocean and the mountains. Here you'll find waterfalls, koi ponds, and tropical plants. The park also features cultural and religious monuments that reflect Hawaii's diverse heritage. It's also a memorial site, home to family graves of many native Hawaiians. The park highlights Hawaii's cultural diversity with gardens representing Japanese, Chinese, Filipino, Hawaiian, and military traditions. The most famous landmark here is the Byodo-In Temple, built in 1968 as an exact replica of a 950-year-old temple in Kyoto, Japan. Inside you'll find the Lotus Buddha statue, koi-filled ponds, and tranquil surroundings that make this place unforgettable. After this peaceful experience, we head into one of Honolulu's liveliest areas, the Moana Center. Known as the world's largest open-air shopping mall, it's not just Hawaii's, but one of the world's biggest retail destinations. Here, you'll find everything from world-famous luxury brands to local boutiques. Our journey through Hawaii has shown us its cultural richness, but each island has its own unique identity. So now we leave Oahu behind and catch a flight to Hawaii's Big Island, known for its active volcanoes. Traveling from Honolulu to Big Island is easy. Daily flights take just 45 minutes to an hour. During the flight, you get breathtaking views of the Pacific Ocean, green mountains, and lava-shaped landscapes from above. When we land, the difference is immediate. Compared to Oahu, Big Island feels more natural, spacious, and largely untouched. This side of the island is calmer, with a stronger sense of local life. Thanks to frequent tropical rains, everything is green, with colorful flowers and tropical trees lining the streets. A short walk brings us to one of Hilo's most lively spots, the Hilo Farmers Market. This is one of the island's most famous open-air markets, full of tropical fruits, taro root, kava, and other local produce. Alongside fresh products, you'll find handmade jewelry, Hawaiian coffee, jams, dried fruits, and unique souvenirs. Most of the sellers are local farmers, so shopping here directly supports the community. The friendly vendors often offer samples of tropical fruits, turning shopping into a fun and flavorful experience.
İnanılmaz yağmur yağıyor.
After our visit to Hilo Farmers Market, we drive about 45 minutes to Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. Right at the edge of the Kīlauea crater, we arrive at the Volcano House. This place isn't just a hotel. It's one of the most spectacular spots to stay and dine in the region. Opened in 1846, it has welcomed countless travelers throughout history, making it one of Hawaii's oldest hotels. The highlight of the Volcano House is its location. While you're eating, you're literally sitting right on the edge of an active volcano. Through its wide windows, you can look directly out over the Haleiwa crater and the lava fields surrounding it. Big Island is home to 5 major volcanoes. Among them, Mauna Loa and Kilauea are still active, while Mauna Kea is more like a sleeping giant. Measured from sea level to its summit, Mauna Kea stands at about 4,200 meters, but if measured from its base on the ocean floor, it's over 10,000 meters tall, making it the tallest mountain on Earth. The Hawaiian Islands themselves were formed by volcanic activity on a hot spot in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Over the centuries, lava flows continue to expand the islands. Even today, a submarine volcano called Loihi is slowly rising, expected to eventually surface as a new island in thousands of years. Hawaii is still alive, still growing and changing. Now we turn our eyes to one of the most sacred figures in Hawaiian culture, Kīlauea Pele, the home of Pele, the goddess of fire and volcanoes. For Hawaiians, Pele is more than a myth. She's seen as the creator of the islands, shaping them with her lava, and as a living force that still resides here. The Kīlauea volcano is considered her home. Its lava flows are seen as both symbols of her anger and her protective spirit. Visitors often leave offerings, flowers, food, drinks, as a sign of respect to Pele. Stones, too, hold a special place in Hawaiian culture, known as pohaku. They're considered sacred and used in rituals ranging from healing to temple ceremonies. Traditional Hawaiian tattoos also carry spiritual meaning, symbols of protection, identity, and belonging. But there's a strong belief taking lava rocks or stones from the island angers Pele and brings misfortune. Hawaiian mythology tells of a mysterious group of small people known as the Menehune. According to the stories, they stood only 60 to 90 centimeters tall, but possessed incredible skill. They would come out at night, unseen by anyone, and build massive stone walls, temples, and fish ponds. In fact, historical records show that in the 1820 census, 65 people were listed as Menehune. For Hawaiians, the Menehune remain one of the most fascinating legends. And across the islands, you can still find structures believed to have been built by them. Right next to the great Kilauea volcano is the small Kilauea, a smaller crater. It became famous after its eruption in 1959, when lava fountains shot more than 500 meters into the sky, one of the highest lava eruptions in Hawaii's history. We hike the Kīlauea Iki Trail, a 6-kilometer path that takes you down into the crater. Walking across the black lava plain feels like stepping onto the surface of the moon. Just ahead lies another natural wonder, the Nahuku lava tube. Discovered in 1913 by journalist Lauren Thurston, it's sometimes also called the Thurston Lava Tube. It's a massive underground tunnel carved out by flowing lava, and today it's open for visitors to explore. After such an intense day, we head toward our hotel. The drive from the Pele area to the Hilton Resort Complex takes about 2 hours. The moment we arrive, the architecture and atmosphere instantly deliver a sense of wonder. To help guests move around this massive complex with ease, transportation is provided by monorail and canal boats. This is more than just a place to stay. It feels like an open-air museum filled with art and culture. Throughout the lobbies, hallways, and gardens, you'll find statues, paintings, and handcrafted works that reflect Hawaii's history and local traditions. Many of these pieces depict Hawaiian mythology and the natural world, allowing us to truly feel the spirit of the islands. The gardens are especially captivating, with artificial ponds, small waterfalls, and a seawater-fed lagoon alive with koi fish and water birds. The wide landscaped areas and lush tropical plants create a refreshing and peaceful atmosphere. One of the most remarkable spots here is Buddha Point, where you can watch whales, witness the rare green flash at sunset, or even enjoy a swim among tropical fish. Before ending our journey, we make one last stop at the Humula Trail. Here lies the Onizuka Center, located on the slopes of Mauna Kea, 2,804 meters above sea level. If you want to explore Mauna Kea's astronomical and cultural significance, this is the perfect place. Inside, there are exhibitions about the observatories on Mauna Kea, the geology of the region, and Hawaiian culture. At night, stargazing events are organized here, guided by experts with telescopes available to visitors. Like all good things, our beautiful trip has also come to an end, and we begin counting the hours until we return home. The tropical breezes, the majesty of volcanic mountains, and the endless blue of the ocean are now etched in our minds, in our photos, and in our memories. Every step of the way, the new flavors we experienced, the places we saw, and the people we met made this journey unforgettable. As the plane takes off, I lean against the window and take one last look at the islands we leave behind. The sun slowly sets over the ocean, and we carry these beauties in our hearts as we return home. Every journey is filled with new discoveries and unforgettable moments, and we hope that the experiences we've shared on this adventure will inspire you too. Until the next adventure, see you soon.